Hello everybody, we're here at Egret Tours Marina. You can call this my test facility. But I figured out a way to automatically power a decontamination center. It's a little bit complex. There may be easier ways out there. I've never looked to see what was out there. I don't know if anybody's come up with a different way. But basically, we utilize a couple of pressure plates, a couple of trip wires, and some XOR logic gates. So if you go into your logic gates, they'll actually be the last ones, the XOR, XOR. Those supply power if exactly one input has power. Now, the reason why you need the pressure plates is to reset your laser trip wires. Once you activate a laser trip wire, it needs to be reset. If you have it hooked up to a terminal, you usually go in and reset the trip wire via the terminal. Using the pressure plates, it allows you to reset the trip wires without having to go into a terminal or without having to access the trip wire. Every time the power is reset on the trip wire, it works in reverse, so you won't see a light, but it'll still activate the switch. And after you activate it the second time, it resets itself. You can see if we walk through here, tripwire activates the decontamination loop. When you go through the second tripwire, it shuts it off. The next pressure plate resets the tripwires. But you can see there's no laser on the tripwire. When you come through the second time, you still see no laser, but if you listen, you'll hear the click, and the decontamination loop will turn on. And when you go through the second tripwire, it'll shut off again. Go over the second pressure plate, and it'll reset. It's very important, if you use this method, that you do everything in sequence. You have to make sure you hit those pressure plates, or it throws everything off sequence, and it's not going to turn on and off for you until you figure out which trip wire you tripped without touching the pressure plate. If you use it in a settlement, I ran it off a switch, so that if the switch is off, it's not going to activate anything. So if you're worried about accidentally activating the wrong switch and messing up your sequence, you could just turn the switch off and not utilize it. So I've actually built the decontamination chamber over here. I have my switch. Turn it on. It's the first pressure plate I put at the bottom of the stairs so that I have to step on it in order to get into the building. It's your first trip wire. Activates the loops. Second trip wire. Shuts them off. The second pressure plate I put right inside the door here, and that reset it. So if we go back through, everything resets itself as long as you're sure to hit those pressure plates. See, the wiring's not pretty. But you can hide it all in the floor underneath your settlement, and nobody ever needs to see it. So if you guys want to have some fun, try to figure out how to throw that together for yourselves, go ahead. It's not that hard to do. I'm going to make another video that showed you how I made the chamber, and a second video to show you how I wired it. Just in case you're not able to figure it out for yourself, I'll give you a little bit of guidance. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you're able to use it in one of your settlements. Have fun with it.